Come on, sit in the front. Soga can try sitting behind the bars for once. Can't you, Caesar?
Sure, I've never wanted anything more.
Is that allowed?
Well, after all, you're a cop, so what? And Burke wanted us to get you to the airport like a VIP guest. Those are his exact words.
People often misjudge him, don't they? But he's not really
Pandeo? Yeah, sure he is. Selfish, proud as a peacock.
You didn't hear the press conference, did you? How he talked about finding those bodies?
No, why?
Let her hear it.
Wait, I have it in my cell phone. I'll just turn up the volume.
Sometimes he says such bullshit we just have to record it with the boys. But this time it was really hard ass.
Here it is.
Captain Burke, who found the bodies? If I get it right, local police and the FBI were investigating the place at the same time.
Yes, our department had to pass the crime scene to the FBI. Nevertheless, when their investigation was heading nowhere, we took it over.
How should we understand this?
I searched the crime scene myself, discussed my results with an expert invited by the FBI from France, and thus we came to the bodies. Of course, it's not my intention to praise myself. I only noticed a couple of things and realized a few connections. It's nothing that would...
Blah, 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 and he's celebrating himself for at least 5 more minutes.
That's really unbelievable.
You get used to it. I remember the...
To all patrols, code 1071 in Chinatown on Wentworth Street.
523, 10-4, we're close to it. We'll check it.
523, 10-0.
There's been a gunshot nearby. We'll just check it and then we can carry on. We do have time, right?
Of course, why not? I'd like to see you in action.
Should be somewhere around... Look, Burke's car.
Maybe he heard that too and got here ahead of us?
I don't think so. I'll ask headquarters. 523, 1097, Burke's car is here. We require further instructions.
523, 1020. 523, Captain Burke wanted a meeting with a contact. He left particular instructions for no one to interrupt him.
What the hell does that mean? We've got a reported shooting here and we're not going to do anything about it? Burke may be in real shit.
523, someone reported the 1071 and we can see a police car. Shouldn't we check it out?
523, stay with us. I'm trying to contact Captain Burke.
I hope they try his cell phone because they won't reach him in the car.
So we wait. Madame Durand, if it takes too long, we will call you a cab, all right?
Okay, at least I can stretch my legs. Listen, I'd like to ask you something.
Sure, you're here with those cops, aren't you? I'm glad to help.
This is a quiet quarter, isn't it?
Absolutely. No crime, no violence.
Someone reported a shooting in this street. Do you know anything about it?
That was me. I reported it. Because that was not some of our people. And I don't want trouble. I have my business here, my laundrette. Trouble is bad for business.
Who are you talking about?
That big car that turned into the alley nearby. Everyone knows that you don't go there. That is, if Cheng doesn't allow it. Then a little later, maybe 20 minutes, the shooting. We don't have guns. Had to be someone else. So I called.
Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Do you often deal with cases like that?
Like a report of shots being fired? Well, sometimes. You know, there are a lot of guns and even more hotheads.
According to the laundrette owner, Burke came in about 20 minutes before the shooting started, and he said that no one from their community was behind it. He says that they don't use guns.
Jesus, that man's bullshit. If they need, they use everything against each other. But the truth is, that if he had the slightest suspicion that it was their internal thing, he wouldn't have called us. And the thing with the car, you know what? You better tell Soga.
Officer,
Yes, Madame Durand?
do you come here often, or is it like in the movies? Chinatown takes care of itself.
Movies exaggerate, but the truth is that locals usually keep their business between themselves.
That man from the laundrette saw Burke's car coming, and later he heard the shooting.
Listen, I understand that Burke might be in danger, that we're supposed to do something. But orders are clear.
I don't want you to start searching house by house, but you could search his car, couldn't you?
But you're a cop too, right? Don't you get that we have our orders, so we can't do that?
Right. And what if I do it? Give me your equipment. I'll search it, and we'll know more.
Well, I'm not sure.
Do you understand that Burke could be in grave danger? Do you really think that he'd mind?
All right then, but you have to sign this form about taking over the equipment and responsibility for possible evidence damage. Here you go.
Thanks. And by the way, I've led a couple of investigations already, and there was no damage to the evidence. I'll only borrow this. Okay, it's done. Like I haven't had enough paperwork in Lyon. Signed. Now the equipment, please?
Sure, it's in the trunk.
I'll take the lamp with me. There are good reasons for it to be a part of the toolkit used for the investigation of the crime scene. If I need to move anything, gloves will come in handy. I should examine it properly. That is blood. There's a blood smear on the door of Burke's car. Officer?
Yes, Madame Durand?
I found traces of blood on Burke's car.
I'll report it right away. 523, we found blood on Captain Burke's vehicle. Request further instructions.
523, 1023. 523, we're still trying to contact Captain Burke by radio and cell phone. Carry on searching the vehicle and document everything. We'll advise.
You heard him. You could just look to see if you can't find something else, but maybe you should just go up to the airport.
There's still time. A taxi will get me there in no time. Also, it's... Excuse me, I have to take this. Yes, Kira?
Are you at the airport yet? I have some interesting information from the police. They found Burke's deserted car in Chinatown and someone heard some shooting. And they can't get it anywhere.
Don't tell me. I'm not surprised, though, because I'm right here on Wentworth Street, close to his car.
What about his disappearance being connected to those murders on Mission Street? Is that enough reason for you?
I did, but...
Anyway, good that you're there. I'm coming right away and we're going to search it.
Wait, are you nuts? I need to catch a plane to Lyon. Why on earth would I start looking for Burke?
Accidents are always weird. Don't speculate on it any longer. I beg you. I'm there in a few. You can take a look around meanwhile.
That's a pretty wild theory, isn't it?
Burke was preparing to meet a contact for
By accident? And by accident, I'm here, by his car. Little weird, isn't it? My chances of catching the flight have just diminished. I have to do something about it.
Yes? Laura, you're not on the plane?
Unfortunately, I've got myself a bit caught up in something here. Can you book me the next flight?
Sure, I'll send you a message with the time of departure.
And please, Renier doesn't need to know about this.
I don't see any reason why she should. Bye.
Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Could you help me file the evidence we found? I'd like to take pictures.
Of course. But you have to wear gloves. And you have to put tags on the evidence. And that could be a problem.
Why is that?
How do I forgot to fill them. But you could replace them with something else in the meantime. We do that from time to time.
I wonder what I could replace those tags with.
If I remember correctly, the guys use those common remind me post-its.
Not a lot around here.
Well, I don't know then. Maybe you just need a thick piece of paper.
I'll take that sign. I can see the restaurant is closed even without it. I'll write the numbers there and tear it into small pieces. Well, these could indeed work as evidence tags. Back door of the house. It doesn't seem that anyone could go out or in through it. The door is closed. I'd need a key to get inside. There is a box in front of the door. It's almost like someone was trying to get to that glass filling above it, but it can't be opened and it's obviously untouched. The entrance door is behind a strong locked gate. No one could enter that way. Through the cracks, I can see that the door is blocked by some boards on the other side. The gate in the metal fence is locked by a padlock. Thank God it's not blood. After the experience on Mission Street, I got seriously creeped out. Before I start...
If you tag that clue, I can take a picture of it. Don't forget the UV lamp.
Thanks.
Yeah, and Madame Durand? Careful, okay?
I can't see anything special about the wheel. The UV lamp... Damn. Blood. And more than a little. Take a picture of this, will you? The glove compartment could use some cleaning. More blood. And lots of it. We should document this. There's blood soaked into the seat. Take a picture of this, please. I don't see anything interesting there. Nothing interesting here. Clean. No signs of blood. I don't see anything interesting there. Nothing interesting here. Clean. No signs of blood. I don't see anything interesting there. I'd like to have a picture of this. Take a picture of this, will you? We should document this. Take a picture of this, please. I'd like to have a picture of this. Take a picture of this, will you? We should document this. From the main street, there are clear shoe prints with a bold, structured sole, dirty with something that looks like clay. They lead to the car. Take a picture of this, please. There's some piece of cloth caught up there, or I'd guess it's plastic? I'd like to have a picture of this. Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Could I have a look at what we photographed so far? Maybe we could learn from it what happened to Burke when his contact arrived.
Sure. I'm really curious if that will get us anywhere.
Now I have to place the relevant pieces of evidence in a chronological sequence. That way I may be able to find out what happened here. It all starts with the arrival of the contact. I'm pretty sure the first clue is now in the right place. So, Burke's contact snuck into his car, got in the back seat, and Burke tried to see him in the mirror. Up to that point, I'm right on track, I think. Let's see, the contact entered from the back, hit Burke. Burke fell into the driver's seat and tried to get up. I think I've almost got it. Yes, this is how it most likely happened. It's pretty clear from those clues. The contact attacked Burke from the back seat and disarmed him. Then he put a plastic bag over his head and dragged him away from the car. And thanks to that piece of bag, we know where to...
We have to report that. 523, we have an 1199. Detective Duran, who's present with us, found evidence indicating that Captain Burke was kidnapped.
523? Detective Durant? Who's that?
523, an expert from the office for
Art theft investigation.
art theft investigation. The FBI requested her for cooperation on the Mission Street case.
523? 1023? 523, almost all units are tied up at the robbery on Union Square. Your backup will be slightly delayed. For the time being, Detective Durant is permitted to keep surveying the area. But do not, I repeat, do not, in any case, step into buildings until backup comes.
523, 10-4. So you heard it. You have to be careful. I'll give you our radio and take the camera as well.
Kira? Is that...
Burke? No. Just some homeless guy. Shot. Seriously, I'd say. I think he's delirious.
He really doesn't look good. I'll call an ambulance.
No! Floyd stays here. No doctors, no needles.
Well, at least we know his name.
I'll call them anyways, but I don't need to tell him that. Hopefully they're on their way. And by the way, how did you get here anyway?
Past those two cops. They weren't exactly happy, but you can't say no to an FBI badge. But where have you been?
Looking for clues in Burke's car?
Sure. Well, when...
Shining, all those colors are shining.
This doesn't look good. He's lost too much blood. He mustn't go into shock.
If you want to fight him while treating him, help yourself. I won't stop you.
There are visible traces of blood on the bottle. He obviously tried to ease the pain from getting shot by drinking. Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
I found a man shot in the alley.
Really? Can you treat him?
I think I can, but I'll need some equipment.
I think there's got to be a first aid kit somewhere in the car.
Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Thanks, that'll be all. I know the basics, of course, but it's good to be sure. Exactly what I need now.
Have you seen him? I call him Kekau, the faithful one. He comes here every day. You scatter something for him and he comes down for it. Good, isn't it?
Well, I've seen some better stunts, I guess.
Did you see him? He always stays near here.
Yes, I see. Have you trained that pigeon for a long time?
No, he's smart, very smart. If I had anything to feed him with, I would.
You work here in the cleaning shop? I need a piece of thick, clean cloth for treating an injury.
But these belong to the customers. Maybe I've got some at home. I'll bring some for a couple of bucks.
Okay, bring me something and then we're even.
But you watch my store, all right?
Oi! You can't go in there now! Hey, come back! We're investigating that shooting! It's for your own safety!
Damn, Cesar, how many times have I told you not to do this to me? Do you want to kill me?
There's always something.
Officer?
Yes, Madame Durand?
I really need that shop assistant to bring me a piece of clean cloth to treat this man that's been shot.
But he can't go in there. If something happens to him, who's gonna get in trouble? You?
Sweet Jesus, there's a man dying, and I have to do something about it. Where can I get a piece of clean cloth? Can you give me your shirt?
But I really...
Let him in there, damn it. I'm telling you that nothing will happen to him.
All right then, but he has to be careful.
All of a sudden, it's possible. Listen, I'd like to ask you something.
Sure, you're here with those cops, aren't you? I'm glad to help.
Would you bring me that piece of cloth? I'll pay for it.
Coming. Here, $10.
What is it?
T-shirt, your size, $8.
Good, here you go.
Thanks, Missy has a nose for good stuff.
You would sell it even cheaper, wouldn't you? Okay if I take one? They look good.
Sure, the doctor told me to stay away from them. So you'll be doing me a favor, actually.
Listen, I'd like to ask you something.
Sure, you're here with those cops, aren't you? I'm glad to help.
That would be all.
My pleasure, miss.
That pigeon might have shown up just because of this donut.
He likes bread better. I don't know if he comes for candy. Let's see. Come inside and watch. See? See, I told you. Trained pigeon.
That animal is supposed to be intelligent? I almost got hit by the flower pot he dropped.
That's his sense of humor. Good, isn't it?
I can't imagine anyone wanting their flower pot back in this state. I'll take one of the shards. If I cut a little with this sharp shard, it will be easier to pluck a strip of cloth away. I'll take the bottle from him. Considering the quality of its content, he should probably thank me. The wound is too serious. If I put... That's it, but we're not finished yet. The wound needs a bit more care. Fortunately, the pen didn't break and the wound stopped bleeding. Cleaning the wound is an important step. If he survives the blood loss, it would be a pity to let him die of sepsis. Good thing he has such strong alcohol here. Now only to dress the wound. I can't do anything else. Hopefully it will ease his pain. Maybe he'll recover a little. A picture of a young girl. According to what's written and how he's placed it here, I'd guess it could be his daughter. Sir, are you with me?
Leave me alone.
I found a picture here. Who's that girl?
Caitlin. My little Katie.
Is that your daughter? Stay awake! Is that your daughter? Where is she? What happened to her?
Far away with my wife. I wish to see her once more.
So keep trying, damn it. You have to stay awake, okay? Or you're not going to see her anymore.
All right. For Katie.
Think of her and try to hold on. The ambulance should be here any minute.
I wanted only to take a look. How would I know that the bastard would start shooting? He shoots and shouts and him run and he would go crazy and shoot.
You've seen this? Where was it?
Around the corner. I hid behind a fence and heard that. But I got one through the fence. I heard some noise. Damn it, it hurts.
Where's the damn ambulance? Edwards, did the ambulance arrive yet?
Lara,
Damn, why is it taking so long?
Lara, they will pick him up. We're in a hurry. Haven't you heard what he said? It happened behind the fence around the corner. We have to look there.
But he's not in good shape.
You saved a life that should have ended. Fine. But another one is in danger. We have to go. Now.
So we're going to leave him here just like that?
You can't do any more for him. He'll be all right. I promise. Come on.
But there's no one here.
Something happened here. We have to find out quickly what it was. Now it's my turn to show some effort.
Why?
You've saved a life already. Now it's my turn to search for clues. And you take photos, light with the UV lamp, and write everything down. There's a man's shoe, new looking, on the ground. Tied up. Is there any connection? Did it belong to Burke or his contact? The shoe's sole has a soft pattern, and it's clean, except for a small amount of blood. Take a picture of this for me. There's some blurry, bloody shoe prints. Pity there isn't any visible pattern. Take a picture of this for me. There are definitely blood marks all over the bag. Quite a lot of them. On the ground there are tossed handcuffs. Probably the ones used on Burke. They're unlocked. I can see no blood here. Take a picture of this for me. Take a picture of this for me. Take a picture of this for me. Take a picture of this for me.
I don't think we will find any more evidence here now.
Yes, I think you're right. Lara?
Yes?
Do you think the Burke's still alive?
If I start to doubt that, I'll slow down. Every second could be crucial. Why are you asking? Do you think he's dead?
If you want to slow down, better not ask me. We should go through what we've learned here.
Sure. We have to find Burke as soon as possible.
So far we know. Come on, let's make sure we haven't overlooked anything.
So those bloody shoe prints leading to the garbage container belonged to Burke as well as the shoe. The informer's shoes had very distinct soles.
I agree. Maybe we should check the area around the garbage container a bit more thoroughly. Someone shot at least 7 times in this direction. Either they were a lousy shooter, or their target was moving. It's possible here to climb down the emergency staircase. Or up. I can see no blood here. I can see a tiny blood spot in UV light. Take a picture of this for me. Take a picture of this for me.
I guess we found all the evidence there is.
Definitely. All we have to do now is look at what we have and think. Think hard. Lara?
Yes?
I'd like to discuss with you what we actually know.
Sure, let's look at it. Of course, this is how it happened.
Come on, let's make sure we haven't overlooked anything.
So Burke probably fell on that container and then on the ground.
We should look under it too. One never knows.
Whose cell phone might that be?
Won't be that hard to guess. But still, we should have a look what's in there.
Last call's coming from police headquarters and one unknown number. And there's a calendar here. There's a record about today's press conference. So that's clear.
Yes, it belongs to Burke. What about that unknown number? He talked to that contact today.
Do you really think that he's going to pick up a call from Burke's phone now?
We can always try, right?
Okay, I'm calling. See, I told you.
Wait, quiet. Can you hear it?
It's coming from that house. He hung up. We have to hurry. We have a house here where Burke's potential kidnapper could be hiding. It's a restaurant, Red Dragon. Watch the front door and hurry with the backup.
Copy that, but don't go inside, understood? It's too dangerous.
No, tell him there's no time. We're going in.
I'm going inside. I'll take it with me. It's not that heavy and might come in handy. Well, I guess there are more polite ways to get inside, but I'm in a hurry. That warped door... Is this an emergency situation when you can use an axe? Definitely. This handprint, it's blood. Did Burke go this way? We have to take a look upstairs. This place is a trap. It'll collapse on our heads. Oh my god, that was close.
Are you okay? He's inside, behind the door. We have to stop him.
Are you kidding me? We should wait for backup.
And let him escape? What about Burke? No way. Hide next to the door. I'll use that table.
It's all about details. It's good to search everything thoroughly. Just one hit on the lock and nothing will splinter.
Try to open that door. I'm counting to 3, okay? 1...
Kira, wait!
2... 3! Put your head down or you're gonna lose it!
It will be better this way. I don't plan to get killed while opening it. Door's open. What next?
We have to disarm him somehow.
Wait, I told you that we can't hurt him.
Why? All right, but think about how we're going to get him outside then. Or we have to shake him up somehow at least. You have to find something!
Better to look at it more closely. We'll see if this is good for anything. I should examine it properly. That doesn't make any sense. I should examine it properly. Do I really want to do this?
Lara, come on! Shoot at that extinguisher!
Take cover!
Really? How so? You didn't go to the airport?
Lay down, put your hands behind your head, and...
Where is he?
But he was shooting from here. That doesn't make any sense. There are clear trails of blood on the side of the bed. The suspect has moved it somehow. But why did he do that? And where the hell has he disappeared to? I'll try to move it aside.
Nice hole. The explosion apparently hasn't done any good to that rotten floor.
If he escaped this way, he had to pull the bed after him. Would he have had time for that?
Obviously. We have to go down after him, now.
When the floor partially gave way to the blast, Burke's informer escaped through the hole and managed to pull the bed over it. Did he really think we would pass that over? The blood on the bed speaks clearly. The culprit was obviously seriously injured by the explosion. We'll take a picture of that. Soga, listen. The suspect escaped and might try to run out the back entrance. Get a start on him.
Understood. I'm on it.
There are clear trails of blood on the floor, but they're gradually disappearing. He had to dress his wound with something. The blood under that hole. Whoever was there, the explosion must have injured them. I'll take one of them. I'll have a look if there's something interesting here. A screwdriver always comes in handy.
Lara, come on! He can't escape us. He mustn't, understand?
What's wrong with you? Why are you pushing this so hard? Is there something more behind it? You're hiding something from me.
No time for talking now.
It shows the layout of the tables in the restaurant.
Lara, come on! He can't escape us. He mustn't, understand?
What's wrong with you? Why are you pushing this so hard? Is there something more behind it? You're hiding something from me.
No time for talking now.
Burke's badge. We're getting close.
No, where is he?
Sogo, do you have him?
Madame Durand?
He had to run this way. Didn't you see him? Right. Burke has to be here somewhere. I'll keep searching for him.
Lara, the door. That sign in French and the badge. When we stepped inside, they weren't there.
What do you think it means?
I think you know.
He's playing with us again? He leaves clues and in the end they'll be... Burke? We have to hurry up. He may still be alive.
I'll take the lead now if you don't mind.
I'd say that the cook stored some ingredients here. But what about the letters? I have no idea what they mean.
Burke's police badge, no doubt about it. Take a picture of Burke's badge. I'd say that he put it there to irritate us. Or can it have some deeper meaning? We'll take a picture of this sign, but what that means, the culprit is trying again to draw our attention to something. Now I'm sure. It's blood. The culprit has done something with this calendar, but what? Why would he be wasting his time on that? Old Phil. Old filth, dust. I wonder when the last time anyone ate here. We'll look under those chandelier shards. What do you say? This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. Better take a picture of this. Better take a picture of this. Better take a picture of this. Can you see that bloody print? He moved the table somehow. We should look at it more closely. Look, what have we got here? Better take a picture of this. I'll assign a number to the table in the photo with the help of that map. If I'm wrong, I'll just change it. I'll assign a number to the table in the photo with the help of that map. If I'm wrong, I'll just change it.
There's a series of numbers in the picture that have been carved into the table by the contact. Why he did it and what they mean, I don't know. There's a series of...
I'll assign a number to the table in the photo with the help of that map. If I'm wrong, I'll just change it. I'll assign a number to the table in the photo with the help of that map. If I'm wrong, I'll just change it. Great. I think we've nailed that. This is clearly the letter E. This looks like M, don't you think? I think it's L, obviously. S? It does look like the letter S, doesn't it?
So we have several letters. What do we do with them?
Maybe we should try to arrange them in some way. See if it leads us somewhere.
I'd say that the cook stored some ingredients here. But what about the letters? I have no idea what they mean.
I have some I'll put those two sheets together. We'll see what happens. I'll add the third sheet to those two. The fourth sheet.
Maybe I should change the position of the letters somehow.
Look, the letters from the calendar correspond to those on the shelf.
I think we are looking for this shelf.
You're right. Come on, let's try to move it. Let's see. A secret door. Wait, look at that sign.
Burke has something to tell.
Thanks, but I do understand French.
He's playing with us. The button doesn't work. It does nothing at all. Do you see the fuse box next to it? That might be the problem. I'll have to look at it.
Good. Meanwhile, I'll watch so that no one can surprise us.
Burke could still be inside, couldn't he? You think he's...
Well, if you can fix it somehow, we're gonna find out soon.
Someone has obviously damaged the switch. I suppose they didn't want us to get inside. On the back side of the switch, it is clearly visible what was obvious from the front side, that it won't work. There is only one of two cables in the terminal strip. I'll take the end of the wire and try to connect it somewhere. It's obviously not live. I put the cable back in the terminal strip, but nothing holds it there. The wire is staying in place now. It won't come loose on its own. I'll unscrew that burnt resistance wire and throw the rest away. What else would I do with it? A hairpin is definitely not a suitable piece of wire, and an electrician wouldn't praise me for this, but it's enough for connecting the circuit. I'll fix the wire fast, so it won't get loose. I'll put the fuse back in place. It works! The floor lamp is on, so we'll have electricity again. So let's go, right? Damn, that didn't last for long. Damn. Kira, Jesus, it's...
He didn't stand a chance. And he's been playing with us all the time.
Who could do such a thing?
What are you doing?
I should report that. Sogo, we found Burke.
But I really...
He's dead. Somebody murdered him. Sogo, can you hear me?
But he can't go in there. If something happens to him, who's gonna get in trouble? You?
Look, he has something in his mouth. What? A SIM card?
What is it?
Why do you think we found that SIM card? An accident? See, there's an unfinished message stored on it.
Show me.
That's impossible.
Lara, do not believe anybody. Lara? It seems that things have changed in an interesting way. You're so transparent. Could it really be Max behind all this? You don't want it to be true. On the other hand, it could mean he's alive.
But I don't know how that's possible. Wait a minute, you know about the accident?
Accident? Fate is not an accident, Lara.
What did you just say? I've heard that before. You know Zanzele?
I should watch myself more. I'm using her bizarre vocabulary.
Kira, what does this mean?
Exactly, Lara. That's the crucial question. What does all this mean?
What's happening is beyond my grasp of reality.
Really? But you have some hypothesis, don't you?
I'm having a hard time even saying it. Maybe he has returned as a ghost?
That ever so strictly logical Lara now believes in supernatural forces? You've changed. Today, Lara, today you've disappointed me. You're just human, I know, but I expected more of you nevertheless. He shouldn't have escaped us.
What do you mean by that? Who the hell are you? What are you, Kira?
You have to try harder. Much harder.
Where are you going? Stop! Great, this is just what I needed. Yes?
The plane to Lyon took off a couple of minutes ago. Everything okay on board?
I got caught up in an investigation.
Well, why do you think I'm calling? Because I don't have anything better to do? Do you understand that you have no purpose there anymore? Jesus, you're not from the crime department. What are you playing at?
I'll come back by first plane after this. I have to talk to someone in Lyon anyway.
Great, because I have a few things I want to say to you myself. Moreover, I think...
And the signal is gone. Who shut the door? Could it be... Kira? I'm stuck here in the freezer with Burke's body, and I can't open the door.
How did it close? Draft?
I'd like to believe that no one helped it close.
Backup has just arrived. Stay there. We're right on it.
I'm not going anywhere.
How does it feel to see your name coming from a dead man's mouth? To feel things around make no sense and your own people start to doubt you. Maybe it's time to head back home. Time to look for answers where you hadn't wanted to see them before. I'm waiting for you, Lara.